stuffed animal rocking horse thing that made horse noises when you squeeze its ears. It would make a galloping sound, or it would go. Scary deterrent thing.
And the nipple's blue.
Yeah.
But she's like super excited about it.
Hi! Hi! Are you naked with people at it?
Their burgers are amazing.
You couldn't serve liquor and have strippers or something in the same establishment, so someplace I think in Jersey found a way around it, and they called the strip joint art school, and they passed out pads and pencils.
Nice.
And they said it was nude modeling.
Yeah.
And these guys were all here to draw them, so everyone, when they came in and sat there, guys would just make a stick figure and have dancers all over the place. It was pretty cool.
Live streaming, life drawing, and have erotic life drawing.
With your leg over your head. Okay, good.
I told you I met him, right? I met him not knowing he was Mr. Brainwash in Miami. And then the next night we went to his opening, and he was like, "Hey, how's it going?" He's like, "Well, thanks for coming to my show." It was Mr. Brainwash. We got to go hang out in the VIP area after that. Was good.
I was a criminal justice major.
Really?
Yeah. Because my dad was an ATF agent, and I considered doing that, being a lawyer. But if I didn't become a lawyer, I would try to go be an ATF agent or something. But I took forever in undergrad and was paying for it myself, and it never looked like I wasn't even going to finish it. I came here to be an engineer. But I don't know, I thought these were good for like those 5 things. But this one in the center, and then it's awesome.
Actually, someone damaged the butt plug, so they had it as a destroyed art.
Oh, okay.
So I almost actually worked that into hell.
I saw pictures of it half like laying down.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if that was when they were installing it or
no, someone
slashed it.
Slashed.
See, I've always looked at certain ways other artists made it and try to emulate some things that I think I can do. I think that's why I like reading artist biographies. Just knowing, like, you know, because everybody was nobody in the beginning.
Yeah.
I like to see how it came to prominence.
Yeah, I've been really trying to think of what my next move should be.
Yeah. You have, or you haven't?
I haven't. When I had more money, and I was able to do more things, pay for more like fairs and stuff like that, I felt like things were moving more in the direction I wanted them to. But not having that extra money anymore. So it's kind of like how to do it without any money.
Yeah. Crazy publicity stunts.
Yeah. But I mean, so much of that stuff's been done.
Yeah.
Even like with Rescue Destroy, I haven't got as much publicity from it, like media-wise, as I thought I would. I thought it'd be a great story. Really failed on that, this one.
It's amazing what they'll take interest in and what they won't.
Yeah.
Like my whole story with being an engineer at the ad agency and winning the cow parade thing and beating out the creatives at the agency to design the cow and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's this Goodwill Hunting kind of like, here's the guy that fixed your air conditioner and beat out all the creative people for the competition you had.
Yeah.
And I always say that when I was interviewing on things, and they never really took that story and ran with it. You know? I think one of my mother's friends even wrote Oprah when the cows were out. She had some people on some cows, but she didn't think it was interesting.
Well, my goal is to really like establish myself as a Chicago artist, so that I can travel but still like keep my roots here. Like build a good foundation. You know, I don't want to start traveling and stuff until I have good, like, you know, and Nathan or better representation.
I find these YouTube videos where these guys have made homemade foundries for aluminum. where you can melt aluminum cans and then make ingots and then cast this aluminum that you've made, sand cast, or just like if you create something out of foam, then you pack that in the green sand and pour the lead onto it. It just melts the foam away.
Nice.
So I'm thinking about doing some aluminum, like when the weather's better, just
Yeah.
outside thing. But I'm gonna do some of that this summer. Just mess around with it. I guess I should really be concentrating now on what I would make.
Yeah.
And what kind of little, I'm almost wondering to do like pop things, like I don't know, like cast old rotary phone or just weird household items, that would be in solid aluminum. I don't know. I gotta think about it more. I mean, I got really excited about the process. Now I gotta figure out what. Yeah. Ellen, do you like all the raining people?
Is raining people? Is it raining men?
I like it better now that you have more of them. There was just a couple of them that I felt like it was. Now it's become kind of a pattern in the background.
Is the raining people supposed to be like the fallen angels?
No, they're ascending.
Oh, they're not dropping.
Honestly, I think I liked it better before you put them in at all. But I mean, back because I like that space between it. But now that you've got more in there, I like it more than I did before.
Oh, I don't know. So I don't want to put this in. I'll make you look at it.
Is there a way at all of if you put a light blue or another layer of the blue over, would you still be able to see them? Would it be like they're like ghostly instead of solid? Have you ever tried that?
Yeah, I could try that.
I don't know if that's necessary. But,
No, actually,
I think maybe what throws me off is I think this is the tricky part is I think I like them.
Yeah.
But then these bigger ones, like this is, I feel like this is too big. I feel like the.
Well, that's not like. I mean, that's more of like.
Yeah.
The ones associated
Yeah.
with that.
Well, I guess that's what I'm talking about. Is that like the comparison? Like, it's
These to me, these are like the mortals.
Yeah. I guess it'd be like if these were a medium size.
Yeah.
Then it would be big, medium, small, which would create a pattern, a rhythm. I'm being really picky right now.
I got other big leaping people I could put on there. Let me make a ghostly.
Maybe it would be. I don't know if having another middle. Yeah, see what that does. I don't know. It's just
I don't know. A blended rate of 1.
then when it dries, it'll be more transparent.
A little bit, yeah.
It's kind of cool.
I see what you're saying though about. I did like the blue negative space.
And I think these little tiny guys, but yeah, like that one and this one, size-wise, I'm thinking just size.
Okay.
This one's maybe a little big. Maybe this one's a little big. These two work the same size.
I don't count those as the same piece.
Oh no, I know. Yeah. Oh no, I know. Yeah. But the fact that they're not like this isn't attached to a cloud.
Yeah.
It like visually ties into the same as these people. These visually these look like they're all this, but
I wanted it to tie into the Christianity. I put them by it, but I didn't want anything on this cloud except for those three.
Yeah. It wouldn't work because this hand. It would have maybe better. Like it was just like hinted that they were touching. It's just a little too far away.
What about the flying monkey? Looking at Ronald Hubbard.
I like him. And I think it works. I think maybe a little guy sending right here compositionally would balance it out.
These are all used. Okay, use it is.
Yeah, I think I like that because it's like the spirit is ascending, you know, like the person instead of the, and it makes them less important and blends them into the background more.
Okay. Is the blimp now just not working in there?
No, I think the blimp works. I mean, at first I was questioning it a little bit size-wise and stuff. Yeah, I've been thinking about the blimp, but I don't know. I think the sheriffs, is that what those guys are called?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like they throw me off more than anything, like just movement of the eye and shape. Like, I feel like, for some reason I feel like everything's pulling me, I feel like this is pulling me there, this is pulling me there, this is pulling me there, this, and this becomes like the focal point.
Yeah.
Which, I don't feel like that should be the focal point at all. Maybe it's because it's centered in that. There's a, oh yeah, it's totally, it's like a star with that in the middle of it. That's what's happening.
But the blimp has the same kind of deal.
It does, but because of the color and the, it kind of, I was thinking about that earlier. But, I don't know if it's smaller or not so.
Now I don't like the spaceship though.
I felt like the spaceship was a little big. But it could just be a really big spaceship. Oh. I love the idea of the spaceship. Yeah, really, it's not the little guys. It's the other big things. But also, they also create a nice pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's nice.
I don't know. I'm taking a blimp and cherubs out.
I think it might be better.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I think these two work better here and here corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. And because they become too much of a focal, they take away from everything else. They pull your eye. That's so much better already. Yeah. There you go.
Alright, I'm gonna go and redo it.
Do I want a ghost blimp?
Leave it for now. I mean, we can cover it up later.
Yeah.
I like the idea of the blimp, and I kind of like the ghost blimp as it looks right now.
The ghost blimp?
I mean, it could just be atmospheric haze in there. The composition that pulls it together, getting rid of those two shapes. So, and now the little guys look great now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's really what it was.
Hi, Oreo.
And the size
Wanna
of
come on
the
and say
UFO
hi
is
to
bothering me
everybody?
anymore.
Come on and say hi to everybody.
I want something. I don't know if I should have him bursting out of a cloud or something.
What's bursting out?
The
UFO?
Yeah.
Maybe a cloud behind it?
Yeah. Something. Because it looks too
Stuck on there?
plopped.
Yeah.
Beer floats.
Thank you.
Look how good that looks.
It
And
does.
Milk
Yeah,
stout.
glass.
Milk stout beer in a martini glass.
That's cool. It's really good.
Yeah.
It'd be like 10 o'clock. I'm like, oh, dude, let's get out of here. I want to eat. I go, where? I go, watch this. You got to go before 11 because the kitchen closes. So I go down the alley and bang on the back door of the kitchen. And one of those guys popped their head out. I'm like, hey, Roberto, give me something to eat. Me and my buddy. Okay, wait a minute, what is it? All of a sudden, like 5 minutes later, they kill these big plates of food. We're standing by a dumpster eating them.
Awesome.
I mean, I must have done that 10 times. That guy loved me because, I mean, I got him drunk for 6 months working there. Every night he was polluted. Yeah, wait 5 minutes. Like, okay. But I love doing that with a new person. Like, where are we going? What the hell is this?
Salad.
We're going to this alley. We're going to go eat.
There's good dumpsters over here, I know that.
Yeah,
When will you be ready to put that on there?
pretty soon.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, we can put it on tomorrow, because I can go back in and work on it after we put it on. We'll put it on tomorrow.
If you want to do that, we'll put that on tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll add the rock layer.
Rock layer. Yeah.
And then I'm going to redo those horses so they're smaller.
Okay.
I mean, I have images of horses, in every angle.
Uh-huh.
Like, so it looks like they're running in a circle, and
Yeah.
I make them small in the back, you know,
Yeah.
giving it the perspective. And I'll show you that hot tub picture, which are probably gonna get smaller.
Okay.
But it is cool, especially earthly delights thing. But and then I'm gonna look more at the Bosch thing tonight
Okay.
and see what other. And I like the spaceship better,
Yeah.
popping out of the cloud.
Let's do some balance, or it's tied down to something now.
Yeah.
Or a string. Do that idea.
Yeah, that would have been cool. That's a good idea.
You can do a real string.
I think you'd almost have to have it translate. You
Yeah.
know? Or a string and a fishing pole going up the side. You know?
A string would be good enough.
Yeah, I might add more little people now. You know, real small black ones that look more like rain.
Yeah.
You know, because then it it just works
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, I had in college, I created Alism. Actually, we were on a road trip, and we were been studying religion and trying to figure out, what I want to. It's like, I'm going to create my own religion. Screw it, I'm done with figuring which one studying them. So basically, you had to write down your commandments, I guess, that you were gonna live by, and then you'd be like, okay, these are not something that someone else gave you, and not copying them, but your own.
Your own
This
core
is
values.
this is my core values. This is how I'm gonna live my life, and you can adjust it over time, but you have to really follow that. So then we would have bonfires. Prior to that, we'd have big bonfires at my friend's house every Friday night. So we started talking about them around the bonfire, and then, on the road trip even, Paul, the same guy that does bonfires, like, well, I'm going to create Paulism, and then we'd have these big, long discussions over the campfire, like 30, 40 people. And eventually we had like 150 some people. I think it was 156, like it was the last count we had, that had created their own ism. And, giving up any, people, some of them were actually, like going to church and stuff, and we convinced them to come to the campfire and create their own isms. It was fun.
It vaguely reminds me of the line from Ferris Bueller in the beginning when he's walking around talking to the camera, talking about, I don't believe in isms, or fascism. He said about fascism, some ism, what does he say? John Lennon said, I don't believe in isms, I just believe in me.
Yeah.
And after all, he loves the walrus. He just walks away.
Yeah. Even for a while, we were like, you'd keep your lineage of who taught you the ism, who created you an ism. So like, Paul was Paulism, branched from Alism.
Yeah.
Hi! Hi! Yeah! Yeah! Hi! Hi!